What if the secret to transforming your life isn't a huge breakthrough, but a tiny improvement repeated every day? Most people believe change requires massive effort, dramatic motivation, big goals, powerful discipline. But this book proposes something very different. Real change happens through small behaviors that compound over time. Improve by just 1% each day, and over a year, your growth becomes extraordinary. Decline by 1% each day, and the result is equally dramatic in the opposite direction. Today, we'll explore how habits actually work, why most change attempts fail, and how to design a system that makes improvement almost automatic. Why most attempts at change fail. When people want to improve their lives, they focus on goals. They set targets, make resolutions, and wait for motivation. But goals don't determine daily behavior. Systems do. A goal tells you the result you want. A system determines the actions you repeat. If your system doesn't support your goal, progress becomes unlikely no matter how motivated you feel. That's why two people can share the same goal, yet achieve completely different outcomes. The difference is not intention, it's structure. Success is not about setting better goals, it's about building better habits. The 3 layers of change. True transformation happens on 3 levels. First, outcomes, what you achieve. Second, processes, what you do. Third, identity, who you believe you are. Most people try to change from the outside in. They chase results and hope behavior follows, but lasting change works from the inside out. You begin by shifting identity. Instead of saying, "I want to run," you become a person who runs. Instead of "I want to read," you become a reader. Every small action becomes a vote for the type of person you are becoming. Identity is not declared. It is built through repetition. How habits form in the brain. Every habit follows a 4-step loop: cue, craving, response, reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates behavior. The craving is the motivation behind it. The response is the action itself. The reward reinforces the behavior. Your brain constantly scans for cues that predict rewards. When a behavior produces satisfaction, the brain remembers the pattern. Over time, the loop becomes automatic. Habits are simply efficient solutions your brain learned through repetition. Law 1. Make it obvious. A behavior cannot occur without a clear trigger. Many habits fail because they are vague. People say they want to exercise more or read more, but there is no defined moment to act. Clarity creates action. One powerful method is habit stacking. Attach a new behavior to an existing routine. After I pour my morning coffee, I will read 1 page. After I sit at my desk, I will write 1 sentence. This method uses existing structure instead of fighting it. Environment is equally important. What you see frequently shapes what you do repeatedly. If distractions are visible, distraction becomes easy. If tools for growth are visible, growth becomes easy. Behavior is often a reflection of surroundings. Law 2. Make it attractive. The brain is driven by anticipation of reward. Habits that feel good are repeated. Habits that feel difficult are avoided. To strengthen a habit, associate it with positive emotion. Pair a necessary action with an enjoyable experience. Make the process satisfying, not just the outcome. Social environment also influences behavior strongly. Humans naturally imitate those around them. When a behavior is normal within a group, adopting it requires less effort. Change becomes easier when your environment supports your identity. Law 3. Make it easy. The greatest barrier to habit formation is friction. People often believe improvement requires intensity, but consistency matters far more than intensity. Start with the smallest possible version of the behavior. 2 minutes of exercise, 1 page of reading, 1 sentence of writing. This approach lowers resistance and builds momentum. The goal in the beginning is not performance, it is repetition. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways that make the behavior more automatic. Ease leads to consistency. Consistency leads to mastery.
Law 4. Make it satisfying. Behavior that is rewarded is repeated. The challenge is that beneficial habits often provide delayed rewards, while harmful habits provide immediate gratification. To maintain a habit, create immediate satisfaction. Track your progress visually. Mark each completed day. Celebrate small wins. Visible progress turns discipline into motivation. The human mind values closure, continuity, and evidence of progress. When effort produces visible results, repetition becomes natural. The hidden power of compounding. One of the most important insights is that progress is not linear. Results often lag behind effort. Improvement accumulates quietly before becoming visible, like ice warming from below freezing. Nothing appears to change until a critical threshold is reached. Many people quit during this hidden phase. They assume effort is ineffective when in reality progress is building. Consistency bridges the gap between action and outcome. Breaking bad habits. The same principles apply in reverse. Reduce exposure to cues. Decrease attraction. Increase friction. Remove reward. Instead of relying on willpower, redesign conditions. Environment is stronger than intention. Structure is stronger than motivation. When undesirable behaviors become difficult and unrewarding, they fade naturally. The deeper message. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your life today is the accumulated result of repeated behaviors. Small changes do not feel powerful in the moment, but over time, they reshape identity, ability, and direction. Transformation is not an event. It is a process of accumulation. Change does not require dramatic action. It requires intentional repetition. Focus on becoming the type of person who performs the behavior. Start with actions small enough to repeat daily. Design an environment that supports your identity. Tiny habits, repeated consistently, create extraordinary outcomes. The future version of you is built by what you repeat today.